they were talking about this girl I recently met. I don't remember her name, but I know she was really friendly with me. They were saying something about her being gay and how they wouldn't hang out with her. I don't even think I knew what it meant to be gay back then. I did know that these girls clearly thought it was a bad thing. I liked that girl, but I wanted to be accepted more. I began to avoid her. I don't think that I ever spoke to her again. And the cool kids, I was still invisible to them. I gave up an opportunity to have a real friendship so I wouldn't be stigmatized. I missed out, and I hurt someone who was nice to me in that process. Even more tragic, I never even thought about how wrong it was for me to avoid that girl until I was well out of college. It's as if society gave me permission to deny her humanity. She didn't deserve friendship or common decency, all because someone suspected that she was gay. They didn't even know for sure. Well, whoever you are, and wherever you are, I just want to say that I am deeply sorry. I know she isn't the only person that this has happened to. Allow me to apologize to you for being the reason in your suffering. May the wounds I have caused as a silent bystander only serve to make you stronger and more defiantly awake of what to be.
For me, coming out was a great feeling. It was a life-affirming experience that I will never forget as I live with it every day. Being gay is not a decision, but coming out is definitely a decision. And I feel that it has been my greatest decision to date. The only problem I had with coming out was that I had two audiences to step in front of. My first was the world, and the second was my mother, which was extremely hard to do. When I said I am gay to my mother, I felt like she disowned me. I came out to the world when I was 13. When I said I'm gay to the world, I received the feeling of acceptance. Though not immediate, it still came. Before I decided I was going to come out, I was a timid boy who would stay up at night pondering on the possibility of being gay. I knew something set me apart from other boys. I knew that I was different, but I had no clue as to what this difference was. When I decided that I was going to come out, I went deep inside myself and made the decision that I was no longer going to worry about what people thought of me, and I would not apologize to anyone for my sexuality. Coming out to my mother was a completely opposite experience than that of coming out to my peers because of her beliefs and homophobia, and it was difficult to tell her that I was homosexual. My mother was not pleased at all, and she yelled at me for what felt like forever. The way I came out to her was different than what I had imagined. It was a push out of the closet instead of a step.
Son, are you gay or not?
I was terrified that I would get kicked out of the house, but she assured me that I would not. With tears in her eyes, at the same time, the assurance of the shelter was all that I needed to hear. I asked me, well, I said, yes, I am. She unleashed a truckload of tears while I was saying yes. She proceeded to ask me a multitude of questions as to why I was gay. And I have no clue as to why I was gay. I am gay, so I could not give her a definite answer, which led her to conclude that I had made the choice to be gay. There was no logical explanation, so she drew her own conclusions. This displayed her ignorance that day, and I will forever view her as her ignoramus. I used to have a lot of respect for her, but after coming out, I have less than an inch of respect for her. She has a closeted mind, and I don't respect closed-minded people. My decision to come out to my mother has worsened our relationship with each other almost to the point of non-existence. She may not have formally abandoned me, but I do feel that I have been disowned by her. Each day after coming out to my mother, I felt an emptiness in my heart where my mother's love was supposed to be. The entire process of coming out was one that made me a better person, and I am far more self-confident than I ever was before my debut. I'm very sure of myself, and I feel somewhat invincible. I've gone through so much already, so I believe I can handle anything. The world is a stage, and when I stepped out on the stage, I felt that all eyes were on me, and I must say, I love the feeling. I embraced all the stares from the audience and became the self-assured, confident person that I am today.
My life is divided into two parts, before coming out and after coming out. Okay, you say, so what? But I am of the generation that it was not easy to come out. It was not easy knowing how to come out, even if I was really gay. You see, I came to terms with my sexual identity when I was 41 years old, after having married a woman and having kids. Our organization, Gay Fathers Coalition of Richmond, has been in existence since 1997 and functions as a support, networking, and social organization. Early on, when I told my wife I was gay, and that set into motion a series of events that led to our separation and eventual divorce. But more importantly, as I look back on it, it set about the creation of something even more important. She insisted everyone in our families and all of our friends be told the reason we were divorcing. So all at once, to everyone I held dear, I told them I was gay. Instant out. Since that moment, I operated in this fashion. I am open and out in all facets of life. It is important, in my opinion, for gay and lesbian people to be honest about who we are. This, to me, helps greatly with the struggle for full equality. The more non-gay people know who we are, where we work, that many of us have kids, that we pay our taxes, even though that is becoming a real problem for me without full equality, serve in the military, etc. The more we do to help create a positive image and support for our cause, the closer we get to full recognition as citizens of this country. I truly feel like a second-class citizen in the U.S., and especially in Virginia. I try not to be a whiner. I do put my words into personal action. I took part in the 2000 march, and here I was 9 years later doing the same. I am impatient. I want to see our full civil rights in my lifetime. It's my dream. During the march this past Sunday, we stopped to rest a few minutes on the curb. Behind us on a bench were two older gentlemen. They each carried a sign. One read, "Together for 36 years," beaten by the police in 1965, and something like, "How many more marches?" The other gentleman's sign said something to the effect of, "I don't have much time. I want to see equality before I die." That is the way I feel many days, but I remain hopeful and will work always to see my dream, our dream, come true, full equality.
This past weekend, I had an amazing experience. I actually held the hand of a guy at Short Bump. Who would have thought? I mean, just 10 years ago, the mall cop probably would have arrested us on the spot. No, now they focus on actual crimes, like the people stealing earrings from Hot Topic. As I looked into my date's eyes that day, I just smiled, thinking how far we've come. Yet, I know we can go further. For now, I have him, and he has me, and we are happy and in love.